This episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds is brought to you by our sponsors, Super 7, Nerd Gear, SWA Sabers, and the Madness Entertainment Group. All right. Welcome to another Joy of Drawing.
Yeah.
How's it going, Addie? And yeah, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a guest with us today. And that guest is the author of Eldritch Blue, Justin Koch. How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Right. I liked it a lot. It's very catchy.
Thanks. Yeah, it was. I was definitely proud of that when I had it commissioned. So it was really fun.
Yeah. No, it was very, very catchy.
Yeah.
Really cute. I mean, the whole intro was great.
Thanks.
So.
Yeah. So I don't even know where to start. Tell us everything from the beginning. What inspired you into writing? Where did these characters come from?
Well, those are two separate questions. I've been writing since I was 5. So I've always wanted to be a writer. Spent most of my life trying to write novels and short stories. And then a few years ago, I just got really bored with it's about 60,000 pages into the sequel to a book that no one cares about. And I was just like, oh my God. And I decided to start writing comics, and it just clicked. I just was having a blast with it. So I wrote this whole series, Edge of Darkness, and then I just started writing SWAT. I just opened the laptop and went. And basically pretty close to verbatim, the pages that you're seeing as a sample just came out. It all just exploded. So it was a real joy to write it. It was the greatest experience I've had creatively in my life. So for about 18 months, I just wrote SWAT. I wrote 36 issues, and so it's all ready to rock. I mean, most of it needs to be edited still, but we're done revisions on the first 6. So we're really close to having production scripts for everything. Wow. Anyway, so I made SWAT 1 just to get the ball rolling. We funded it on Zoop, and then Zoop's awesome, but no one knows what it is. And so I couldn't carry no one knowing me and no one knowing SWAT and no one knowing Zoop at the same time. So I moved to Kickstarter. And so we're just doing like kind of an introductory, kind of a low key, no big deal introduction of issue 1.
Yeah.
It's pretty small goal. I mean, we'll get there. And I'm just kind of making the rounds and trying to get people to put their eyes on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these are the pages that he was talking about right here. So that's available on the Kickstarter to go and check out. You can preview those. And let's see. I want to pull this up here so that everyone can see it. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe. All right. Banners. Oh, hey, comments. How's it going, Pops?
Hey.
So then we have this. We'll scroll that at the bottom there. And here is the link for folks that want to check it out. There's the link in the chat. So go check it out. It looks interesting. We're gonna be talking here, and we'll play this intro video here, and we'll give it a whirl here.
A few months ago, the St. Louis Budget Committee decided to cut spending. They had already cut the library and the schools and band and shop, English, public transportation, healthcare, housing, sewage, and roads. Did I miss anything? Anyway, the leaders of SWAT had a choice: fire someone or come up with an elaborate plan to make themselves indispensable, even though they hate it here. The plan, well, it goes about as badly as it possibly can. March 16th, 2022. In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are not their stories. These are not their stories at all. This is the story about the cops other cops don't know even exist. They aren't the guys who deal with rapists and pedophiles. They deal with the stuff that would give those special victim knobs the screaming purple Henrys. This is the Secret Wizard Assault Team.
Yeah, I just put that together, you know, and it kind of encapsulates the sound, I guess, or the, you know, what I'm going for a little bit. It gets a lot weirder. I mean, it starts out as kind of a clear parody of any number of law shows and various things, and then it evolves into its own thing pretty quickly. You know, it got weird. It gets real weird. I love it.
So what question I had as I was just looking over the pages here, and are these things in a desk? Is that it's supposed to be a desk drawer?
Yeah, that's Tiny Tim. He's about this tall, and he lives in Lisa's desk drawer, or not lives there, but he works there. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
So that's the team. And Tiny Tim's about 5 inches tall. He's the guy that sneaks in, you know, plants cameras and stuff. He has he has a magic bag that he can reach in and grab anything he wants, and it comes out. Anything, machine guns, you name it, whatever size, whatever, you know, whoever. And so that's his deal. There's Mabelina, who is a fake. She thinks she's a fake psychic, but she actually is psychic in that she always makes the wrong decision, right? So she's like very attracted to terrible decisions. And so they kind of keep her around as a reverse canary in the coal mine. Like whenever she's happy and chipper, they change plans, you know. And and then there's Lisa, who's the normie. She's being punished for doing the right thing, and she got cast out to this dump, you know, that kind of thing. So
okay, all right, that sounds fun. And so let's see, is Lisa the one on the far right here? I'm trying to find the
maybe I can
in the like the promo shot. Let's see.
The cover. Are you talking about the?
The cover there.
Yeah. So that's Mabelina.
Well, that's Mabelina. Okay.
Lisa's next to her. That's Larry in the middle.
Yeah.
Mimi next from right to left. That's Mimi, and then Hermes is on the furthest left. He's the 3,000-year-old Egyptian god who just refuses to retire, and so he's just grinding it out for no particular reason. He can't explain why he's there. But he's still just hanging around. And Girk is the really tall guy behind him. He's I'm blanking on his name. Oh my god. It's let's see. Yaphet Kotto. He's based off of Yaphet Kotto. He played the police captain in Homicide: Life on the Street.
Okay.
But he was supposed to have Yaphet's hair, but it was just too hard to draw, so we just made him bald. Basically, he's the evil. Well, he's not evil, but he's the jerk boss of the police stereotype movie. And then, well, the guy in the shadowy guy is a bit of a spoiler, so we'll just leave that. Yeah. But yeah, that's the basic idea. Basically, they all it's a weird thing. It's a horror comedy. The horror's real. The comedy's real. It's kind of based on the dark humor of first responders. You know how they use humor to compensate for trauma. Yeah, that's how I mesh the two, is that they're not that far apart, or one of them's causing the other one, I guess. But it's I poured myself. I really threw myself at this, so I'm very proud of it. And it's a lot of fun.
So now I've been fortunate to read the first issue, so I'm excited for it. What other things that can you say that might allude to things down the road or shenanigans an example shenanigan they could get into, or
Well, okay. I mean, spoilers, but whatever. It'll be whatever. You'll have forgotten by the time it. Anyway, so in the second arc, Larry is sort of kidnapped and forced into couples therapy with this lady that he is not into at all. And it's the therapist is Anne, and she's a mad therapist, which is a subset of mad science, right? So it's all
okay.
like really hypnotism discs and stupid crap like that. Then there's in arc 3, there's a Count von Zollen, who is a goblin / pirate / accountant who sails the high seas, auditing people and then staking their stuff. He's the villain for arc 3. They're on a cruise. There's a cruise ship arc, and they attack the cruise ship. Whatever. There's in the arc after that, the bad guy is Patton, who he was a dungeon master, and his players started messing with him so much that he got a sword off the wall and killed all of them. So he's in jail. They call him the Thacko Wacko, and he failed his saving throw, and he's in jail for life. So he's the bad guy of the next arc. It's all over. I mean, there's ghost robots. There's there's one ghost robot and 2 different robots. There's Shoggoths. There's asteroids. There's space bases. It gets weird, but it all makes sense as it's happening. So,
okay.
It's just me kind of doing an extremely long Shaggy Dog story, but with a lot of heart, and it does connect. I take that back. It's not a Shaggy Dog story. It just gets weird,
Yeah, well, that's fair. I feel like it's boring if you don't get weird with it, So
that's a big part of what I loved about comics was it was just like I was in Saga, right? I don't know if you read that, but there's a race of robots with cathode ray TV heads and dicks, apparently. I just love, and there's wooden spaceships, and we're just running with it. One of the things I love about comics is that it's just you're almost expected to be over the top. It was so imaginatively freeing to go away from the why does Supergirl have earrings kind of mindset, and just do whatever crazy crap I wanted to do. So it was a lot of fun just on that level. And then I also like how you have 22, 23 pages, and you've got to tell a chapter of a story. So you are on a timeline. There is no space for bullshit. You have to cut, and you have to get it down to the bone for it to work, right? So it helps. It sort of auto edits all my stupid propensities to get into the weeds, right? I just don't have time for it. So I get to the point, and boom, get the chapter done. And so it was just it was a lot of fun to write, and I think that comes through.
Yeah, that's fun. So who is probably your favorite character out of everyone here? I feel like it's automatically you're going to say Larry or something like that. So
that gets complicated in issue 1. I guess Larry, but overall no. But that would almost be a spoiler. But Morgana Le Fay becomes a character later on in the series, and she's like the big bad. And I had a ton of fun writing her. Like she's a really interesting character. I think she has a lot of great lines. She has a very interesting personality. So I also crap on her pretty hard. I feel bad for her, honestly. So in my heart of hearts, I'd say it was her, but she's not even in, she is in the first 2 pages, kind of.
The reference, but
but she kind of looms over the entire series and is a very, I don't know. She's a very interesting character, and I think a lot of people might end up being kind of horrified or confused, but screw them, So
right. It's not their property.
Well, you got to go for it. One of the things I think why everyone seems kind of sick of pop culture is it's so safe. You don't have that kind of thing anymore.
Yeah,
where it's just intense to the point where somebody might find it unpleasant. So I just went for it at all points. Like I did not hold back at all. I was going for it and going big, and I think a lot of people in comics kind of think that they kind of buy into they buy into the negative reputation of it not being able to do like deep characters or deep emotions. It has to be surface, it has to be action, it has to be, and I don't believe that. I think you can do both, and I'm definitely gunning for it here. I might fail, but I was definitely going for it with complete sincerity. So
is that probably your most favorite thing to write comics, like about it, or just the freeing aspect of it, or as opposed to other mediums?
I feel like when I was writing novels is that I guess what I feel like I can do like 5,000 words of exposition with one panel. A comic. It's so much easier to get my concepts across, and they instantly make sense if you see them. Whereas if I was trying to explain it, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Right. And so it's just, I honestly feel like I spent the first 30 years of my writing career just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Because even when my novels are good, there would be even better comics. I think I was just naturally supposed to be in comics the whole time, and I just went the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the Edge of Darkness is my first series, and it's like a far future sci-fi thing where humans have been living under the ocean in this sponge for millions of years, and they have evolved all these biotechnologies. There's no fire, there's no metal, but they can grow like a giant squid that you can, like a spatchcock squid, and then it curls around you, and it's your life support system when you swim around in the ocean, right? And sharks, whales, and stuff like that. It's all about like what's it like to be another creature, and so that, good luck writing that. But in comics, like Leonardo Romanelli is the artist for that one, did a fantastic job of conveying how weird it is. My other series that I've written, but we haven't got any art on yet, is Department of God, which is about two angels who are in charge of justice on Earth. And they are so backlogged that they're just murdering evil 90-year-olds, right? That's all they can. That's all they have time to do. They're so backlogged. They're just cleaning up old stuff, and they hate it, and they're tired, so they decide to go on vacation, and this sort of accidentally triggers the apocalypse. So I just feel like I can just go around and do all this stuff, and it just, and I don't know how I couldn't. I don't think I could get buy-in if I was trying to do that in a novel. Maybe other people could, but I don't think I could. So there's some comics that it just connects. People get it in a way that they rarely did when I was writing prose. Sometimes they would. Not crap on myself too hard, but I don't know. I definitely needed an editor. And so I just really enjoy comics and doing them, and I can even tolerate editing them, which is I wrote a 230,000 word novel.
That would be a pain to edit. But
and you're your own worst editor because you think all your stupid shit is awesome, right? So it's just like, it's very hard. You got to have somebody to step in and tell you when you're full of it and make you change it. And so I don't know. We're doing that with the comics. I've learned finally to do the editing, but I just have so much more fun with comics that I'm willing to do that more than I would in the novel.
Yeah.
I mean, the first novel I got published, I read that thing until I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated every single line of it. And I learned a lot about my stupid tics, right? Like, because that was the part I especially hated, was the worst parts of it. So it was worth doing, but comics just feel right. So that's where I am now. And who knows, but I don't think I'm going back.
Yeah. And it could be, one of those things where you're writing and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? You feel inspired to do a spinoff and you do it in book form, so you never know.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Right now, I'm definitely not looking at that at all. So,
right.
I've written a couple of SWAT sequels. I mean, I think I'm up to like issue 50 total.
Wow.
One of the sequels is called The M-Files, and it's basically Mimi's story. And she's like a Jehovah's Witness when she was a kid. So it's all set in Missouri. So this tiny town in Missouri, she's a Jehovah's Witness. And there's a urban legend from the Jehovah's Witnesses in that era where if you took a Smurf doll into a kingdom hall, it would come alive and like start cursing God and trying to escape. This is a demonic thing. They think everything's full of demons. But anyway, so in the story, she, as her first act of magic, accidentally makes a Smurf doll come alive and attack the elder. And then the Smurf escapes. It finds a Smurfette doll. It bangs the Smurfette doll, has 5 million babies overnight, and they kind of destroy the town. So that's the M-Files. The other one is Witch's Foundation, which is based in about a haunted location in Lebanon, Missouri, where supposedly 5 witches were buried in the basement of this building, in this weird cemetery where none of the graves point east and all this stuff. If you look into it, it's complete horse shit. But I ignored that and just ran with it. So I wrote a 3-issue arc about that. That got really weird, which is awesome. So I've been active. But actually, for like a year after I finished Eldritch Blue, I barely wrote anything because I was just so depressed from finishing it. I was like, I'm never going to get back to that again. So. But yeah, I was anyway. I know another comic I wrote. It's called Baby Gun, and it's about a baby who can make guns appear in his hand whenever he wants. So whenever he's frightened, he has a gun appear. So he shoots the doctor who delivers them on accident, of course. But then he's sentenced to life in jail, and so he's like a baby man with prison tattoos. And then the CIA recruits him to sneak him into buildings so he can make guns appear. And they can assassinate people. That was just a one-off, but I don't know. The opening 2 pages is pretty funny, at least. But I've got a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, well, that sounds fun all around. Man, so many things here. So, geez, I guess let's back up here. So let's talk about the process that you went through when you're doing the art for this book. How was it working with your artist? Did you have issues in conveying what you're getting across, or did that come?
I think we vibe really well. I think she gets it. I think the art. I mean, the art in issue 1 is it's like the pilot of a TV show. It's a little bit rougher and it settles in. The art for issue 2, and I can get it up here. Where is it? The art for 2, I think, is like this is the. Let's see if I can share this. What am I doing? Okay. Sorry, this is taking so long. There it is.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, I should be presenting that.
Okay.
Can you? I mean, that's just the first page of issue 2, but
nice.
See, I feel like the art is visibly like more stylized, I guess, than it was in issue 1. Like she's settled in a little bit. But when I found her, I think I don't remember. I think I found her on Twitter actually. But when I saw her art, I'm like, this is who I need to have doing this because it's the exact right mix of comic and serious that SWAT needs. So and she's really been she gets it. I think I've always been very happy with what she's done. If you've read issue 1, you remember the garden gnome. Yeah, originally it was my fault because I called the homeless guy Tim, and I have a character called Tiny Tim. What are you doing? But so she thought I was talking about Tiny Tim, and so she drew him as a 5-inch tall guy. And I didn't catch it until she was already done, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, what do we do? And I'm like, hey, let's make him a garden gnome. And then she really liked that. I think it was very easy to do, but but I think the garden, it's just. I've always been happy with the art, I guess. So
I think this page looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And then let's see if we can get something else up. Oh yeah, that page got cut. This is a page that I unfortunately had to cut from the script, but the art's really fun. You wanna... Are you seeing that, or should I?
No, here it is. Oh, wow.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
I cut for editorial reasons, but basically it was like kind of a lot of space to dedicate to one pratfall. But anyway, you know, still the art's great though. She did a great job with it. It's got some you know, color and action, and it's just in general, it's, you know, she's gotten the project very, very well. So
I like how she has worked out her panels in this page too. So
yeah, yeah, no, she did a great job with it. It's I don't think of this is why you have an artist is I can't draw, and B, I would just have mostly squares. Like for each the pages are more the discussion or the conversation that's happening bouncing than it is, you know, making sure the page is action packed. So she brought a lot of that to the project. That's really made it sparkle, I think.
Yeah, I see. I think that's definitely accurate to description there. So
yeah,
man, yeah, because so many times, like when I'm even picturing the comic book page in my head, I'm like, okay, here, and then splash page, and so that's just what I'm initially thinking. And then, but it comes to me like there's something like this page here where she's, you know, she's got little explosions coming out the top, and the panels are arranged very nice and succinct.
Yeah,
I think it's nice.
No, she's really. I mean, I'm trying to find where do I have some examples. That okay, that is not shareable. Okay. God, where? Well, I'm not going to hunt it up, but I will take pictures of like really interesting pages and save it for later. You know, there's some really great you know, pages where they convey so much information or so much with, you know, a really unique style that you know, it's worth keeping, you know, in your head.
Yeah.
But she's, you know, she's been she really gets the project.
Yeah, that's cool. So how do you lay it out for her? Do you just like here's the page, or do you just show her the script and then she comes up with it on her own, or is it?
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I feel like that's what you're paying the artist for, really. So my goal with the script is the panel description. I'm trying to give the artist a creative prompt. You know, I want to establish a mood. I want them to feel a certain way, and then they can draw. And then I give them a skeleton of what's happening, and then I hope that the feeling naturally informs the panel. And so far, that's worked great. I mean, with several artists, so they seem to appreciate it. But I really want the artists to bring their visual style to it, because you know, I mean, like I don't think I have that right there. That's why they're the artist and I'm not. And ignoring your artist is how you end up with a Cybertruck, right? So you've got to let them do their thing. You know, so yeah, I'm very. If the artist didn't deliver what I wanted, then I feel like I failed mostly. You know, to establish the mood. So far, anyway. You know.
Yeah. Well, makes sense, but man, so is there anything about this process that hasn't gone according to plan, or is it you know, like in the bag, you know?
Well, I mean, I've always found the marketing aspect of it all is definitely the part that feels the hardest to me in a lot of ways. You know, it's just there's so many different things claiming for your attention that, you know, the schlubby 40-year-old comic guy is not really moving the needle a lot, you know. So that's been the hard part for me but I feel like I'm getting, you know, better at it, right? I mean, this time with this campaign, I had contacts to get interviews. I had already have some supporters, and so we're just I'm building, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely, the actual marketing business angle is the hardest part.
Yeah, I feel you there. I can sympathize because I'm also trying to promote the podcast and things like that. So I'm constantly doing stuff. It's just like none of it has to do with the content of what I'm doing in the episode, but there's like a million things I need to do that aren't on the plate. And it's like, oh right, I got to do this.
Everybody who reads SWAT seems to like it. They tend to have well, at least the people that say something seem to really like it. So I think the quality is there, the art's there, the writing's there, but it's just getting people to look at it that has been the hardest thing for me.
Yeah, for sure. Let's pull this back up here, and so you're about a little over halfway, I think, right?
We're almost 60%. We're like $9 shy of 60.
Okay.
So we got some bigger interviews coming up, in the next week or two to close it out.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll make it.
Yeah.
But it was a small one. I mean, there was no marketing budget for this. I'm not taking out ads or anything. I'm just basically talking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's just moving the needle, kind of getting the ball rolling. I just feel like right now is like one of the worst times. I mean, it's either Diamond's going bankrupt, or there's tariffs, or there's $6 a gallon gas, or whatever. It's always been a bad time to ask $20 for a comic.
Yeah, it's definitely rough when that push comes to shove, I should say. But yeah, man, it's definitely wild.
The PDF is only $5, guys. It's already done. You'll get it. I've already uploaded it to Kickstarter, so basically the instant it funds or it ends, I guess you'll get your PDF. It's ready to rock. So I promise it's worth $5.
No, yeah, for sure. I can attest to that. And again, I know most of our viewers know this, but we are definitely all about indie publishing and Kickstarters and stuff like that. So naturally, it's not gonna come out of your bank account until it goes through, until it's funded. Then it'll come out of your bank account. So just make sure you have the money on the day, and everything will be all good.
So, honestly, if you just got me over 500 and stiffed me, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be that mad. I just want to be successful.
Yeah.
So yeah, these things are, nobody's into indie comics because they're there for the money, or if they are, they're crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun comic, and I really want to make it. So here we are, right?
Yeah. Is there anything that we haven't asked, or that you really want to talk about or address? Anything like that?
I don't know. I mean, we could talk about how awesome comics are. There's so many great comics out there right now. Like, have you seen the DC Compact editions?
Mm-mm.
They've come out. I mean, they have a ton of them now, but they have like little $10 graphic novels that are basically like the highlights of 20 years ago, mostly.
Oh wow!
Right, and I have been mowing through those because most of them are really good. A couple of them I hate, but whatever. It was $10, right?
Yeah.
Dollars on it, and I think that really addresses I think the big problem that I think Western comics have is not that the ideas aren't there; it's that it's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
It's the art's awesome, the stories are awesome. It's just that people are trying to make ends meet on $12 an hour. They don't have $18 to spend on 30 minutes reading.
Right.
And so we have to address the affordability issue.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly doing that with Kickstarter, but I'm really liking the DC Compact stuff addressing, because that's how you're going to have fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a big reason why I didn't get into comics when I was a kid is because it was $1.75 an issue, and my allowance was $5 a week. So basically, I could read on the drive home from the grocery store, or I could get a paperback novel that would entertain myself all week. And that's how I got diverted into novels. You know, I mean, I read a bunch of those Archie omnibuses, so I guess they did have that kind of thing at that point. But you know, the economics of it is a big factor in why people do it or don't do it. So I would very much like to see comics get way more affordable.
Yeah, it definitely hurts when you know, you're rocking, you know, 5+ an issue for one 30-page thing, if that.
Yeah.
And then most of its majority of its ads, it's like, what did I just do?
Yes, you know, it's so it's like, you know, the stories are awesome. That's why, you know, that's why Marvel and DC have been killing it at the movie theater, is that people want this stuff. But my God, you know, you can easily. I don't even have that big of a pull, and I'm sure I have. I mean, between the graphic novels and everything, I spend hundreds of dollars a month on comics just keeping up.
Nice.
With half of what, less than half of what's going on. There are other people that have, like, that's every week. They have every single Marvel, every single DC. How do you afford that? You know, I mean, that's like a crack habit or something.
Yeah.
So, you know, we gotta figure out how to do it. You know.
Yeah. I know Absolute Batman, and those are like making a killing at my local comic book store, brick and mortar, and it's just like he's at the point, because I read a lot of Dynamite issues, so it's Thundercats. It's just it's a property I've always loved, kind of like He-Man, and it's like, okay, they're actually making Thundercats comics. I need to get these right now. And so that's what I'm focusing on collecting right now. It's like, come on, let's do this. And he's just like, he asked my wife, he's like, does he actually like these? She's like, yeah. He wouldn't tell me to go get them if he wasn't liking them. And he's like, okay, well, yeah. And he said, yeah, these don't sell. They just don't sell. Like,
well, I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
Hopefully they're selling somewhere. I mean, he's buying enough of them, I guess, or I guess it's your poll, but
yeah. Well, he said, I'm the only one that reads them. And it's just like, what?
Well, I have to admit, I have not read the Thundercat comics, but you know, good luck to everybody. You know, it's a hard industry. I mean, I would want
it really is.
But you know, the fact that Thundercats and Godzilla, there might be there might have already been a crossover of that or something. Who knows? You can do whatever you want with comics. That's what's great about it. You know, Thundercats comic actually does sound like kind of fun.
Yeah.
About it. But
yeah, I mean, they're also doing their own continuity, so it's that they are sort of honoring what's come before, maybe pulling parts from different comics that you know, the Wildstorm comics and stuff like that. They sometimes reference or pull from that to get inspired, but they're most likely just, you know, blazing the way in their own way. So it's something I've been enjoying, and they're right now doing a huge crossover with Silverhawks, which is like, I was never a big fan of Silverhawks, but now it's like, okay, I guess I need to get the relevant issues to that. So can we do that now?
Well, this is the downside. I think this is one of the things that kind of drives people. It's kind of like getting into Magic the Gathering, where you're just constantly,
which I'm also into.
Yeah, I mean, I was into that I played that for a year or two, and then I got, you know, I kind of cashed out. But, you know, keeping up with that is just it's a major undertaking, and you can quite rationally decide not to do it.
Yeah,
you know, so I mean, the methodical money drain aspect of it is one of my least favorite. You know, but I mean, it's a crossover, chill out. You know, if you don't want it, don't buy it.
Right.
You know, but it is odd when you're trying. Like I picked up DC. You know, like bound like 4-issue things, and there's like 4 different asterisks for different series and different issues that you have to read to understand what's happening in this. And like, you you at least need to make it way clearer what I need to have read. You know what I mean?
Right.
It needs to have a better system than that.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like listed in like the very table of contents type thing on like the credits page. To understand what's fully happened, you need to have read this, 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 and this. And especially at least, tie those issues into your like bundle when you're trying to sell it. It's like, man, that's outrageous.
It's just, there's a lot of hurdles to, I think, this competing with PlayStations and Nintendos and YouTube and stuff. And we better get serious about it because you got to have customers, right? So it's just it is a thing that I think about probably more than I need to at this stage where I've maybe sold 50 copies in my entire life.
Well, it's never too early to be ambitious. Can never go wrong. But
that's cool.
That's 50 more than someone that never picked up the pen to write something down.
Right.
Yeah. So other ideas I've got, Real Gladiators of Housewife County, which is about sort of a far future, not far future, but like 300 years in the future, where AI is taking all the jobs. And so the only thing left is professional wrestling. And so they have, the wrestlers have body modifications, like they've got a second heart installed. They've got cybernetic arms, so they can actually, like, they have a fake head that you can chop off, and then the second one pops up and they're fine, and so that one I have not even been able to finish the first issue on, but I think I'll get there someday. So that was another fun one. The title is enough to get a laugh. I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, you said Real Gladiators? I'm like, wait, what? Did you just say that? I had to like replay that in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. It always gets a reaction. So I have so many. I've got way more ideas than I have time to write. But they're all there, and most of them are pretty good. Sometimes they need to ripen a little bit. You got to add another layer to it before it really gels. But and that can be a process that takes years, honestly.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just explosive.
Yeah, I hear you there. Because I mean, I've been sitting on, like, I don't know, I have a drawer full of ideas that have just been sitting here ripening, and it's like, okay, well, shoot, now that this idea could have worked, but then this show came out or whatever, and it's just like, now it feels a whole lot weaker than before. So it's like, dang it, I think I missed the opportunity on there.
Don't worry about that. I mean, my God, they just did a He-Man movie last week. They're rebooted. How many times did they rebooted the Fantastic Four?
Twice, three times.
There's like 5 Spider-Man. I mean, like, fuck it, man. If it's
right.
You can't be. There's always going to be somebody. I mean, The Expanse, that happened to me. In the 90s, I was writing a world that was basically The Expanse, right? But I didn't do anything with it. Now it's lame, right? Because The Expanse did it. But fuck it, just go do it anyway. Screw it.
Yeah.
If it has heart, that'll come through, whether it's a rip off or not, right? So it's the heart that really matters. So
yeah, I hear you.
That's why you can't buy that. You can't fake it, and that's why so much why everything feels focus tested. It's because it is, right?
Anyway,
I'll get off that rant.
Yeah, that's what Kevin say when we listen to people talk, like, reading through crazy Reddit stories. It's like, wow, you can't even like drama shows can't even come up with some of this stuff, man.
Right.
Reality is insane.
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
How's it going? Yeah, it's definitely outrageous. Man, I feel like I was just reading or one of them stories. It's like, are you being serious right now? What?
Well, I just fine. I've just I try not to get. I've managed to. I got bored with being mad about everything all the time,
Mm.
right? So I just kind of like, I mean, I spent 20 years ranting about the fucking Star Wars prequels or whatever, but you just gotta let it go. Just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Houston Day, by the way. I was in Galveston once. It was a lot of fun, but that's not an appropriate story. Okay.
Oh, you should hear some of the things we talk about on this show.
Well, do you want to hear a story about the biggest poop I've ever seen in my life?
I'm sure we probably have several more to raise you.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's fine. I kind of checked out on it, and that's, you know, I mean, that's really the only thing to do, right? It's like getting mad that there's a crappy version of Hamlet. Yeah, probably. So it's not ruining Shakespeare. It's just a lame movie.
Mm.
You know, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I tried to like not be angry about it because it's just boring. I'm getting so tired of Reddit being 80% complaints about this or that, or, you know.
Yeah. People talk about things being toxic. I click on Reddit and I'm like, oh man, yeah, this is a hotbed. It's like, what?
It can,
See?
I mean, yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. I've quit like 5. I've canceled like 5 accounts that had probably 1 million karma combined. I'm kind of addicted to it, but I get really sick of it and then quit and then I limp back. It's like cigarettes.
Yeah. I have a Reddit account, but it's like I really only post you know, certain things, and
that's really cool.
and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of. The further away I get from the internet, the happier I am in my personal life. You know what I mean? What are you even doing? How does that work?
That's literally what I say all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you doing that?
Layers. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just redrawing this panel here. I like the expressions and stuff. I looked at her page. Me and your artist have a lot of different interests in common. They did like Markiplier fan art. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you talk to her, I'm sure she'd be happy to do that. But yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say this. What's the Goat? I watched Goat with my son.
Yeah.
That movie was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
I also enjoyed the Minecraft movie. I mean, you have to realize it is the Minecraft movie.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it was awesome for what it was. You know, and that's sometimes that's, you know, all you need.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I definitely enjoyed the heck out of it. Both, well, actually, everything you just named. Goat, I had a lot of fun. I just had no idea what it was about, but I was like, "Hey, kids, let's watch." And this is on my friend's server. And I'm like, "Let's watch this." So we sat down and watched it real quick, and we were all like, "Wow, this was actually a lot of fun."
Yeah,
and
they need to make a video game out of that.
Yeah,
you know, like some sort of NFL Blitz, NBA Blitz.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that would be awesome, especially because there were so many different, you know, animals involved in this that totally changes, like, as far as the courts go, the effects, what the powers level could go. You know, like there's so many different things they can do with that. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
I've not heard that they're actually doing that. But it just seems like a missed opportunity.
Totally.
Conceptually, it would be like Rocket League on steroids.
Yeah.
So,
and especially like when they're, you know, traveling through there, and they have to go to this ice court, and it's like, oh, they're slipping around, sliding around. It's like, what? Like, come on, that would be so cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it seems almost explicitly video game coded, but
yeah,
it was a lot of fun movie. It was a fun movie. I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was probably sounding really sour there, but it can be fun. But mostly, I have to be honest, I mostly just watch stuff about old 80s B movies at this point. You know,
yeah,
it's that or sleep.
Yeah,
so.
I'm familiar with that too. I mean, I did that, and what was the other movie you were talking about? So Goat, and yeah, we watched the Minecraft movie. I love Jack Black, so that was definitely fun for me because what's not to love about Jack Black? He's hilarious.
Yeah, I've been a fan of his since like for a long time. I mean, back when Tenacious D was,
yeah,
a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the video to "Fuck Her Gently" was pretty fun.
Yes, that was definitely hilarious. You don't always have to her hard. In fact, sometimes it's not right to do. Yeah. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
so, I mean, the one thing. Okay, so he used to do Al Green covers. I don't know if he still does them, but he should not do them because it kind of you cannot compare yourself to Al Green and win vocally. He just, it's like, I thought you were good until you tried that. And now I realize that you're not good. So. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Fantastic Four movie, the recent one, was good. Superman movie was fun. I enjoyed that. But I mean, like Mad Max Fury Road was like kind of the last movie I was just stoked about. But that's just whatever. Who cares? I have attention. I kind of decided like a while ago, I was just going to ask myself, am I having more fun or should I just be sleeping right now? That really clarifies a lot of things, if you think of it that way, like you stop, your social media use plummets if you are like thinking about it in terms of should I just be asleep right now? So
you know what's wild? I wake up to specifically post something on social media. It's just like, oh crap, I forgot to post this, and I go and make the post, and I'm like, oh, did I post about this? Nope, gotta go make the post. Just because I'm weird, and I'm weird. That's just all there is to it. But when I can't sleep, it's like, what else can I do that's productive? I'll go and make a social media post, and it'll be about whatever. And it's like, all right.
Well, but, I mean, if it's part of our job at this point, so that's a bit different. But like yesterday, I was in a loop of going from Blue Sky to Facebook to Reddit, and I was just sour and miserable. So I just got up and took a walk.
Yeah,
that was way better than just hitting refresh.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, it just seems like there's so many, like, I don't know if you want to call it toxic, if you want to call it, I don't know what you want to call it, but all it is just like, oh, it's like you aren't making sense. Like, so I watched the new Masters of the Universe movie, right?
I heard it was pretty good.
My family and I all loved it, and we had a really good time with it. So it was definitely worth it to us. And then I go to like Twitter, Blue Sky, everywhere else is just like completely trashing it. And I'm like, and I'm just so mad. It's like, why aren't you enjoying the movie? Like, it was a good movie. And I'm sitting there shaking my phone, and I'm like, oh wait, never mind. I'm like, comment, nope. Delete. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to engage.
It also, I mean, I am a believer in the dead internet theory. I don't think it's conspiracy theory at all. I think it's very evidence based. It just seems like so much. We're just on a barrage of fake bots, fake people just saying shit just to get traction.
Yeah,
I don't know, it sucks. So I've kind of retreated quite a bit, and just I try to read books and read comics and do stuff, with real stuff. As I used to, like back in the day, I was way more into the internet. Like I played EverQuest. I played the one before that. What's the one before that?
World of Warcraft, maybe?
No, that came after. I'm talking about Ultima Online. I played that for like I've been nerding out on the internet since '94, and I gotta say, it's just a lot more sour than it used to. It's like the internet's like a history of constantly trying to for the first 5 years when the idiots weren't online,
Mhm.
it was crude, but it was pretty fun. You had guest books. You could have guest books where people would go to your website and they'd sign it.
Yeah.
Like, it gives a you know, like never do that now. I mean, the first video games, you could talk to the other team. You could type whatever you wanted. There was no profanity filters. There was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was fine for a couple of years, and then it just went downhill. People figured out they could say the N-word.
That reminds me of how Kevin was like, "Yeah, politicians used to have freaking picnics together."
Yeah, so there's just it's a constant. It's like, I don't know if you remember the Pirates of Darkwater. It's a cartoon from like '93.
I do.
But the point is, there's a black water that just sort of corrupted everything, and that's the internet. It's just idiots. Is the black water just ruining everything? So I don't know what to do because the idiots have taken control of everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Houston, Dave.
Yeah. Very cool. He says he enjoys watching folks as they are drawing their comics live. That's definitely cool. And she wasn't drawing the comic. She was, well, redrawing a comic, something that's already out there. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, fun to watch. It's very fun to watch artists in general. Do what they do, and it's just fascinating. Especially because for example, I have this app. I have the same app she has. I have no idea how to use it. Nowhere near what she can do. And it's just like, how are you doing that right now? I don't understand.
Yeah, some of the weird shit we do, I'd use my skills, but
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
It's definitely, I mean, I tried to pick it up, just don't have it. I don't have the drive for the drawing. I would rather just be. I mean, I should just read. Like, what is it? I'm 45. I'm picking up how to draw comics well enough to do something with it at this point? No, just focus on what you're good at. So, but it's very interesting. I mean, I come to appreciate art a lot more as I've gotten older. Learned how to take a second and actually look at it.
Yeah.
Why don't we have live art exhibits and have like artists sit in various rooms and people come in and watch them?
Yeah.
Probably make artists uncomfortable, like a scared animal, though.
That would be. I bet you could pitch that to like art museum, and they could just do it on the front yard for a day or something.
Yeah.
They'd much rather tape bananas to the wall with duct tape. But,
yeah. I hear you. So, I mean, how many times it just feels like there's so few people that are comfortable drawing in front of other people, like where other people can see. And
I took acting. That's it.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're good at it. And I was watching someone on Instagram. They are apparently very famous because, I mean, Nicolas Cage knew who he was. It was Pedro Pascal. And so he's sitting there drawing Pedro as he's interviewing them. And it's like, I can maybe do one of those things at a time and not very well. And it's just like, how are you doing both at the same time? Like, and completing a drawing start to finish of him. And it's just like, it just blows my mind. It's like, how?
Caricature artists are, I mean, they have.
Yeah, we need more courtroom sketch artists.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And then it's all downhill if someone doesn't like what you drew of them as a caricature. It's like, look at my board. Look at the weirdness I do. This is what you were walking on. If you don't have good self-esteem, I'm still going to enhance your worst features.
Well, it wasn't even a caricature though. It was like a headshot of him, and it looked exactly like him. Yeah. I saw Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. He interviewed both of them in different videos, and it's just like was mind blowing. It's like, how are you doing that so good and so fast?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tried to I took a pottery class, and I sucked at it. Like the day before the end of class, I finally learned how to center the wheel, and then I promptly forgot how to do it because I didn't take another class for a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'm going with that, except if you practice enough, it becomes very natural, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's impressive to see for sure.
Yeah, so I used to paint figures, action figures, and so like here is a head that I was working on several years ago, and it is inspired off of a certain character from Full Metal Alchemist, and so I started painting this, and I stopped. I'm like, well, maybe I'll come back to it, and it's been sitting here, and I never did. It's still sitting here on the thing
Well,
for me to come back to it and paint. But who knows if I will ever again.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of unfinished stuff too. Sometimes I flip back and go, oh, I guess I'll finish that, or nah, that looks ugly now. It's been like 5 years. Never mind.
That's a sign you've grown as an artist, right? When you look back at your old stuff and are like, so that's good.
That is true. I have a lot of old stuff from like 2016 that I painted, and I haven't really picked paint back up since then very much because space and children. So it still looks pretty up to par to me. And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I got to get back into painting at some point here so I can do better than what I think is already pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I have a hard time reheating old projects. Like if I have several that are like 2/3 of the way done, but I'm not going to go back.
Yeah, you got to ride that wave where it's gone.
Yeah.
You're going to get burned
Very
out.
hard.
If you don't get burned out, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, this is a rehash of what we're talking about here. We're sitting down with Justin Koch and talking about his SWAT Eldritch Blue, and like I said, go back and watch the interview if you are just tuning in now. Go back his project. This is definitely one of the most interesting comics I've read recently, and it seems like a lot of fun. If you're into crazy, sick, weird humor, and you're watching our show, like very similar to what we talk about on our show, it sounds like this is up your alley. Because man, oh man, we definitely. I think I just closed out of it. Yep, I did. Okay, well, as I was saying, we definitely talk about some unhinged stuff on this show. And it sounds like it's very similar to what he might be talking about in his comic. You'll just have to tune in and check it out. Yes, this is Houston Dave says, yep, go check it out.
it's worth the pizza.
It is. It is. Definitely is.
It's a lifetime of nerdiness, and I don't give it. I'm just going for it, right? Like,
yeah,
there's all kinds of reference. It's hard to explain. It's as autobiographical as it can get while being entirely fictional. There's a lot of nerd culture involved, and it sort of becomes kind of a nerdy fever dream towards the end. So,
I hear you there. Definitely sounds like you should be checking it out if you're watching our show. And but yeah, so it's currently on Kickstarter. You can check it out in the link I have in the description. Also have the link scrolling at the bottom, and then where might so yes, right now it's on Kickstarter. You can go type in Eldritch Blue or SWAT, and it'll pop up. I tried it; it will pop up. If you type in either one of those things, if you type in Justin Koch, it'll pop up. So go check it out. It's currently it has like 12 more days or so to go. So go back it, check it out, and you won't regret it. And so thank you for the.
I'm sorry to cut you off. The slow period in the middle between the first 2 days and the last 2 days, it's a dead period for Kickstarter projects. If you knew how much joy you brought to the teams by just getting the PDF on a random Tuesday, just
Right.
Just go in and it's. We also have we added a new tier because the guy from Germany wanted it, but there is a option for 2 signatures, one for me, one for the artist, limited to 5, and we will ship it anywhere in the world for $20.
Nice.
So or $10 in America. So that is a new option over what we did, which is pretty basic. We didn't have any extras because it's just the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Actually, that brings up another thought. Have you ever thought about? Well, I don't. Maybe this is a tier. I didn't look. Have you ever thought about getting your other comics and combining them as a tier?
Well, this is the only issue I've actually completed. I have most of the art for Edge of Darkness 1, but I made the classic error of not hiring the editor afterwards, so I'm basically just going to have to break the whole script apart, put it back together, and maybe salvage half of it. So SWAT's where it's at right now.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
well,
really
that's definitely
so
it's definitely something you should consider in the future. I know other people like Lori Calcaterra, if you're familiar with her. She has all of her other issues, and she's even joined up with other folks who also then bundle into a separate bundle tier.
Oh yeah.
I did where it's multiple comics that other people can sample and get, and so that's a good option.
I can throw that on there. I did that for the Zoop campaign, and then I forgot to do that for the Kickstarter, but we can throw that on there.
Yeah.
I assume no one would mind me doing it twice. I should probably check first, though.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, thank you for joining us and talking about the issue SWAT here, and we'll wish you all the luck. And so, like I said, go back it. It's not going to come out until it actually funds, and it's a good time. I assure you, it's definitely a fun issue. So go check it out.
Thank you. Send me a copy of that art when you're done with it, if you don't mind.
I'll post it on Instagram too and tag the artist.
All right, awesome. Sounds great.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, and that's been an issue of Joy of Drawing with Justin Koch here, author of SWAT.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.